Hey 5th grade, I am going to be showing you how to create the bedroom scene for your surrealist landscape. Now remember, I told you to imagine yourself in a dream looking outside your bedroom window, and out the window you see this amazing sight. In your wildest dreams, where could you go and what would you see? Now I'm going to be showing you how to draw the bedroom. This will be put on separate piece of paper, and we'll end up cutting it out and glue it to your background. Now, 1-point perspective, it only contains one vanishing point on the horizon line, okay? And this type of perspective is typically used for images of mini landscapes to show depth in the photo. So normally things that are up close, you see it are drawn larger, and things that are towards the back are drawn smaller as you get to that vanishing point on the horizon. 1-point perspective was invented and first thought of during the Renaissance time. Remember, we talked about Leonardo da Vinci was born during this time, so he was using a lot of 1-point perspective in his artwork. So here we go. You're going to need a ruler, a pencil, and an eraser. However, I'm going to be using a marker for this video because I want you to be able to see the lines clearly. I would prefer you use a pencil. That way, if you mess up, you can always recover from any mistake. Okay, the first thing you want to do is trace the trapezoid at the bottom of your paper. You want the flat end to line up with the flat end of your paper, and you want the lines from your trapezoid going diagonally to each point. Okay, now with the ruler, you're going to be drawing two 4-inch lines. You're going to be using the inch side of the ruler. You're going to put the line, line it up with the corner of the trapezoid, and then you're going to put a little dot at the 4-inch mark, and then you're going to draw a line from the corner of the trapezoid to the 4-inch mark. Same thing on this side. You're going to just slide your ruler over, line up not the edge of the ruler, the first line that starts at the ruler with the corner of your trapezoid. You don't want your ruler to be on an angle. Make sure it is straight as can be. You're going to take that line and draw it all the way up to the 4-inch line. Alright, now you are going to draw a line straight connecting, going horizontal, connecting your last two lines together. After that, you're going to do a diagonal line from the corner of this rectangle to the edge of your paper. Try not to go all the way up to the corner. I've got about 4 fingers from the top. So 4 fingers from the top, that's where your ruler will end, from this point to that point. Now we're going to draw the windows that are going to go each side of the box for your bedroom. And we're going to start with the 2 side windows. About a finger space away, you're going to draw a vertical line. You don't want to touch this line or that line. You want to leave some space. So I have a finger space here, a finger space here, and a finger space here. Now I'm going to draw a diagonal line going up, finger space away from my previous diagonal line. I want to leave a little space. I don't want to go all the way to the end. Same thing on this side, finger space from the edge. Stopping about a finger space away from this line. I'm going to connect these two lines with a diagonal. I'm going to do this side now. Watch again, finger space. Start and stop about a space away from each line. Now for the center window, you are going to need to measure with your ruler about a finger space away from this vertical line here. You're going to start on the very first line of your ruler and you're going to go up to the 3-inch mark. You're going to do the same thing on this side, so about a finger space away. Go up to the 3-inch mark. Okay, the center window, sort of the focal point, the center of your art. You're going to treat this window special. Instead of going up diagonally or going across straight, we're going to curve it. I'm going to make it a Romanesque style window. Just going to go up the hill and down to connect your lines. Alright, so now we are going to be creating a floor using tiles. We're going to draw a checkerboard. First thing you want to do is in the very center of the trapezoid, you're going to draw a vertical line down to the end of the page. In between these two lines, you're going to draw a diagonal line. And in between these two lines, you're going to draw another diagonal line. Now we're getting into the awesome illusion of one-point perspective. What appears in the front should be large, what appears in the back should be smaller. So about, I'd say, 2 finger spaces away from the bottom of your trapezoid, you're going to draw a horizontal line from this end of the trapezoid to this end, using your ruler to help you draw a straight line. And now we are going to get further back. Perspective, you want to go smaller spaces and smaller size. So we're going to do this time a finger space. Draw a horizontal line from one end of the trapezoid to the other. We're going to do another finger space and draw a third line. And now we're getting further back, so now we're going to have to get smaller spacing to give that illusion. So no longer are you going to do finger spaces, you're going to do about half a finger space. And this one you can just sort of guess. And then as you get further back into your picture, you're going to start spacing smaller and smaller and smaller. You don't want to go too small, otherwise you won't see any space. Now we're going to add some color to your bedroom. You can use any colors you want, but you want these two walls to be the same. You want the center wall to either be the same as your other two walls, or since it is the focal point, you can change it up there, and then you have a third color for your floor. I like to start with the floor first and work my way up. We're going to do a cool checkerboard pattern to show the tiles. I'm going to use 2 colors. I actually like to have a little white in my bedroom, so I'm only going to use green and white. I like to, when I'm coloring, outline the edges first so I don't get outside the lines, but you can do it your way. And then I use the side of the marker because instead of the tip, it takes less time to color in the space, especially when it's large, and it also gets more ink out. You're going to skip the next one and color the third so you can have that checkerboard pattern. Using the side of my marker, I'm going to fill it in with color. Now this one's going to stay white because it's green, white, green, white. I'm going to go to the next row. Now this is where it gets tricky sometimes. If this is green, the next one has to be white. So I'm going to skip this one because I can't have two green squares together. And I'm going to color this one green. Skip. Next row. This is white, so the next one has to be green. If you do the pattern correctly, you'll start to see multiple ways of figuring out where the color's gonna go. For instance, this goes in a nice diagonal line, so the green should always be going in a diagonal line. But I like to do row by row horizontally and look at the one next to it to see which one needs color. Now I'm going to think of a nice color for my focal point window. I really like this light peach. And then finally, my two side walls will match, so I can have some nice symmetry here. My bedroom is done, and now I'm ready to cut. Let me show you carefully how you're going to do this without cutting up your windows. I turn this one upside down, and I'm going to just trace the edge as I cut it. Now to do the windows, it's real easy. You're going to just fold it. You don't need to crease it. If you do, you're going to have a permanent crease. You're going to just snip here, here, and here to start your holes, and then you can go inside the holes and finish cutting it out. Okay, my bedroom is cut out and I'm ready for gluing. I have a sample project here done by a student in Miss Kara's class that I'm going to use. Her background is complete, so then once she has her background, she'll be able to get it glued. Okay, and then the final step after you glue down your bedroom, I'm going to take a picture of you in front of the green screen. However you want to sit in your bedroom, whether you want to lay down or sit up, I'm going to take a picture and print it, and you're going to place it in the bedroom so you're looking out your window to your awesome, beautiful, surrealist picture. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this project. See you later.